It's time now for the Peter Chill Late Night News, and it's late Thursday, March 31st, 2016. Good evening, everybody. I am Peter Wiggins. Late at 11:10 p.m. News and odds on this late Thursday night. Top story at 11:10 p.m. is Virginia State trooper killed in bus station shooting as the police secured the scene of a shooting at a Greyhound bus station in Richmond, Virginia. Washington. Donald Trump met with a Republican National Committee on Thursday to talk unity a day after he dropped an abortion bombshell in the lapse. Seoul, confused, shocked, and bewildered, just a few words that has used in recent days to describe Japan and South Korea's reactions to some of Donald Trump's latest comments about the region. Washington. The Federal Bureau of Investigation tested in a method that could use to crack a terrorist iPhone to see how many other versions of the device it could open, but it could take officials many more months to decide what to do with their newfound. Infant boy found after being abducted from a Philadelphia area mall as police suspended a woman abducted a 7-week-old boy from King and Prince Mall outside Philadelphia on Monday, March 21st, 2016. Tapper, Wisconsin. Donald Trump's recent reversal of abortion has been an effort by Republicans to block the presidential frontrunner before he claims the nomination, even as Democrats laid the groundwork for attacks in a general election. Kolkata, India. Users saw small cranes in bare hands. Rescue searchers survived early Friday under the crumbled concrete and the twisted steel left when an overall skull lapsed in a crowded Kolkata in the neighborhood, killing at least 22 people. South Africa's highest court ruled on Thursday that President Jacob Zuma violated the Constitution when he used a $15 million of state funds to upgrade his private estate. Reagan, Latvia, and NATO and the United States are switching their defense doctrine from insurance to deterrence in Eastern Europe in response to resurgence and aggressive Russia, and the top U.S. journal in Europe said on Thursday. Egypt is probably an active suspect, Saif al-Musafir, flashes a victory sign as he leaves the court in a police car after he remained hiring as 40 days investigated him on charges of including 9-check illegal possession of explosive and abduction. Our federal judge struck down an Mississippi ban on adoption by same-sex couples Thursday, making it the practice legal nationwide. A San Diego Harbor cruise boat crashed in a pier while talking on Thursday injured several people and caused significant damage to the bow of the vessel and the busy waterfront walkway, the fire official said. And a move that puts California at the forefront in an effort to raise wages to low-income workers across the country. Legislature approved a sweeping plan Thursday to raise the minimum wage of $15 an hour over the next 6 years, puts in the future. Mayor Delgado Moss of the Miami Police Department named the new police chief in the Ferguson, Missouri Police Department was announced on March 31st, 2016. Take a look at local news. Scattered power failures have knocked out electricity more than 300 homes and businesses. In the Attleboro area Thursday, as gusty winds down utility wires and felled trees and limbs. Windfield brush fires also were reported throughout the area, although the fires may give way to ice over the weekend when a blast of cold air from Canada. It could snow Sunday morning and again on Monday. They take that 4 area towns will have local elections. Meanwhile, National Grid reports 139 customers without power in Attleboro. As of 2 p.m. on Thursday, with 123 out of the north and late in the afternoon, at one time 30 customers, no power in Seacock, 14 were out in Wayne, but fused antennas, no electricity in Rempton and Franklin. Mansfield. Medtronic plans to remain in Mansfield and Norwood, where it will shrink its footprint in the Calvert Business Park. The company will make a significant job cuts, Town Manager Bill Ross said on Thursday. Foxbury looks like Middleburg. Gibby. Following in Foxbury's footsteps with its own efforts to combat child sexual abuse. New England Patriots kicker Steven Gostkowski turns detective after Brentford as Attleboro police said they seized Storming a suspect in the carcass $1,145 to cash and arrested 4 Rhode Island men allegedly after their car ran a red light. Boston, Massachusetts Senate leaders have unveiled a bill that would say would allow more than charter schools to serve at-risk students while largely maintaining the existing statewide cap on the schools. The proposal was swiftly criticized by charter school backers, including Governor Charlie Baker. The bill would boost spending on charter schools in the lower-performing District 12, requiring more than public disclosure of the school's finances, policies, and contracts to the board meetings beginning in 2 years. The bill would also tie increases in the charter school still increasing in that state education aid. Springfield, Massachusetts. MGM wanted to operate a state-owned arena in the convention center near its planned $950 million downtown Springfield casino. The W Hotel in Los Angeles by Starwood has emerged as Starwood and Marriott would create the biggest hotel company in the world. A federal judge ruled in the Neverland Life Incorporated had not important enough to warrant special regulatory scrutiny and has opened the door for over Non-bank financial firms would try to unchuck themselves in a destination too big to fail. First Energy said it cannot afford to keep the seventh power plant in our operating without additional customer support. Shanghai activity in China's manufacturing activity unexpectedly expanded in much for the first time in 9 months. An official survey shown in Friday added in hopes that downward pressure on the world's second largest economy is easy. Take a look at the closing stocks. Down 31.7 points at 17,685.09. SP5 down 4.21 points at 2,059.74. But the Nasdaq up 55 cents at 4,869.85. Washington and Grill named Susie helping them provide fresh insight to the genetic similarities and differences between people and nodes and named apes that are among our closest living relatives. New York global states could rise duly addressed as much as previously widely accepted estimates according to a study published on Tuesday, saying no line cities face possible disaster by the end of the century. Researchers have found in well-preserved 3 and 5 million-year-old average that is looking quite similar to this in France. President Obama with President Xi Jinping of China in the Olympic Bridge outside Paris in November during the United Nations Climate Conference. RBC Jeans fit this out. A man crossed the main road as there are no more overweight than 8 people in the world. NFL players are more likely to suffer concussion ankle injury during games played on colder days than new study finds. On Wednesday, the Food and Drug Administration announced that the NBA's in a strict use of guidelines around methadone, abortion-induced appeal to make it more accessible option in several key states that set of changes. The more hits that an American football player takes, the greater his risk of development of depression, difficulty makes the decision in other forms of cognitive impairment as an adult, a preliminary study suggests. Get it shown the times now, 11:17 on this late Thursday night, and then it's time now for a Trevor report. Baby, let's study up down in Rhode Island. Where it's looking good in highways and byways of Rhode Island. Southeastern Massachusetts highways are looking good, but on 28 on both ends of the bourne, just before Falmouth, it's a little slow, and also slow on Route 20 in the northbound side after Route 151 in North Falmouth. But otherwise, Bourne and Seminole Bridges are looking good, and 6 from 7 to 9 Mass parking on the westbound side, it did so from 93 in Boston all the way up to the Austin Brad tolls. Mass parking eastbound side, also on the Austin Brad tolls. We get an accident on Route 9 and then Wellesley just around Route 16 in Wellesley, so expect some delays. And mass parking in the eastbound side, a little slow to the Ware Strait, but otherwise, mass parking good from Stockbridge to Boston. And mass parking in the Berkshire Freeway in eastern New York State, also over the Connecticut State Parkway. I-840 in the eastbound side, a little slow around the Farmington stretch just after Route 9, so expect a few delays. And I-840 on the westbound side, a little slow around 384 Manchester, Connecticut. And we get an accident at 95 northbound around 825 in Bridgeport. But otherwise, highways in Connecticut are looking good. Down in New York City, line expressway on the westbound side, it did so from after the Grand Central Parkway and Regal Parkway, and an accident on 495 westbound around 25. Midtown Tunnel on Line Expressway, it's a slow go. After you're driving the northbound side, also around the Williamsburg Bridge, Brooklyn Bridge, and the east southbound side, get accident around 278. 270 on the Brooklyn Queens Expressway, it's also on the Developed Parkway. Line Expressway on the westbound side, also from Midtown Manhattan to New Jersey. 95 on the northbound side, also before the George Washington Bridge on the New Jersey side. I-87 on the southbound side, also around Route 95 in Manhattan, and 95 on the southbound side, also over the Bronx Route and accident on the Bronx River Parkway on Route 95. New York State Thruway is looking good from New York all the way at the Delaware, except for a little slow spot at the New Jersey State Turnpike just before the Delaware Bridge, and 95 on the New Jersey Turnpike, a little slow on Route 195. Down around east of Trenton and Garden State Parkway is looking good from Wildwood all the way to New York City. I-80 is looking good from I-80 is looking good from Youngstown, Ohio, just a little slow around the I-80 around the Kennedy stretch, and Pennsylvania Turnpike is good from Philadelphia all the way up to Pittsburgh. And 95 is looking good from Baltimore to D.C. And New York State Ferry is looking from New York all the way out to Erie, Pennsylvania. And all highways in Empire State out looking good. And Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine highway is looking good except for a little slow spot in the main Turnpike feeder road from South Portland to the main Turnpike up in South Portland. Okay, look at MBTA alerts at 11:20. Subway system is looking good on the commuter rail, looking good, and on the ferries, they are looking good. Peter Children's times now 11:20 p.m. on this late Thursday night. It is time now for a weather report. And today we ended the month of March with a lion as it was howling wind, but spring-like warmth. And how's this weather outlook? Day 1 tonight, there'll be a ribeye tonight, wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour over the all areas of South New England except western and northwestern Massachusetts. Greater trade across high trade and river, temperatures 3 miles north. Namely the Merrimack River Valley with any wind gusts that led to the power outages as possible. Day 2 7 Friday for Wednesday. Late Friday will be a general risk of thunderstorms substantially across western and central Massachusetts as well as northern and Connecticut. Heavy rain is main friend with a moderate risk of gusty winds and frequent lightning. There'll be a low risk on Sunday for wind advisory over eastern and southeastern portions of New England and northwest wind gusts of 45, 55 miles an hour. Okay, 7-day forecast goes like this. For tonight, a chance of showers may after 2 a.m. Punch back after 5 a.m. Clouds count about 57 degrees. Southwest about 15 miles outside, 30 miles outside. Chance makes 30%. New Pacific less than 7 inches possible. Friday, chance of showers and thunderstorms at before 3 p.m. Then a showers like possibly a thunderstorm between 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. Then a chance of showers and thunderstorms after 5 p.m. Punch back before 8 a.m. Clouds count with a low about high about 65 degrees. Southwest about 13 to 16 miles outside, 37 miles outside. Chance makes 6%. New rain for about 3 inches, 4 inches possible. 7 miles possible thunderstorms. Friday night, chance of showers and thunderstorms before 11 p.m. Then a slight chance of showers after 5 a.m. Most gusts got about 46 degrees in southwest, about 5 to 10 miles. Night variable after midnight. Winds can gust high 26 miles an hour. Chance makes 30%. New York is about less than 7 inches. Check 10 miles possible thunderstorms. Saturday, showers likely between 2 p.m. and 3 p.m. Patch back before 9 a.m. Most gusts got about 54 degrees. Calm wind Kevin southwest 6 miles an hour. After the winds can gust high 23 miles an hour. Chance makes 6%. New York is about between 1.5 inches possible. Saturday night. Showers like me after midnight, most gusts go about 34 degrees. Southwest about 5 7 miles gust high, 22 miles at chance makes 6%. Sunday at chance range, no showers before 11 a.m. Then chance range showers between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. Port South got about 41 degrees, breeze with a chance range of 40%. Saturday night, Port South about 25 degrees. Monday at chance of snow before 10 a.m. Then chance of rain and snow between 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. Then chance rain after 11 a.m. Port South got about 43 degrees. Then chance range of 50%. Monday night, rain likely before 3 a.m. Then chance rain and snow. Most gusts got about low at 29 degrees, chance range of 6%. Tuesday at chance of snow before 1 p.m. Most gusts got about 36 degrees and chance range of 40%. So that podcast go about 22 degrees. Wednesday, Sunday podcast got about 42 to about 29 degrees. And for Thursday, chance rain and snow showers. Most gusts got about 51 degrees and chance range of 40%. Currently here, not in 8 is overcast and 58 humidity, 81%. And that is going to be it for the Peter channel. 11:10 p.m. late night news, and it's late Thursday, March 31st, 2016. I'm here to have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow night. I'll see you tomorrow morning when I'm more important. Good night.